honored guests, please welcome New York University Abu Dhabi's 2024 graduating class and faculty.
NYU Abu Dhabi is the visionary brainchild of two great leaders, John Sexton and our Abu Dhabi government partner. And while they had NYU Abu Dhabi in draft in 2007, I was given the unexpected but delightful challenge of thinking about building this institution as the first provost, the provost of a university that had yet to be envisioned.
She was one of a very small team of women who created this place. You know, who perhaps I enabled a bit, but she shaped it. That's where the tree was planted. And then, of course, we went through the first 10 years of the place with her still being a part of it.
I remember interviewing with Mariët and Hilary Ballin on the 12th floor of Bobst in New York in the spring of 2009, talking about how NYU Abu Dhabi would have one of the greatest programs of global education of any university in the world. They were right. They dreamt big and they made it happen. They'd already come up with the idea of our J-terms and regional seminars. They gave me the creative space and trust to develop the programs and much more.
In the early stages when I was here, I think I would say that she poured the foundation of belonging, established and built a community where everyone felt as though they were accepted for who they were. And she continued to build on that as we established this institution here.
It is a very special thing to be asked to lead an institution years after you helped create it with many others. When I came back in 2019 to become Vice Chancellor, I realized how big the college had become. We had some 1,400 students by then as undergraduates.
One of the things that really stood out to me was her ability to see the big picture of what the university is doing.
I was really excited because I knew from her work, both at the university and at Mellon, that she immediately understood the role that the arts play as part of the educational mission of the university, as part of the community mission of the university and the engagement.
I see her as someone that has a steady hand. As you can imagine, a Vice-Chancellor has to navigate not only a ship, but a fleet through very interesting waters. At times it's calm, other times, well, the waves are alive. And I must say that throughout the time with her, that steadiness, that calm has always been deeply appreciated by me, and I'm sure many others.
I would think of her as a balance, right, between this incredible capacity as a leader, and it was expressed during the organizing that had to be done during COVID, with her way of being open and being able to sort of bring people with her humanity that she connects to people with.
Every time, Mariët introduces herself, she says, I'm a humanist. And you could see that in how she leads and how she teaches. What I've witnessed and appreciated about Mariët's leadership was what she modeled in terms of respecting and appreciating the other in such a way that it enabled conversation amongst people rather than conflict.
Mariët gave us so much certainty in the time where everyone was uncertain, and I remember that very, very vividly. She wanted to be present, and she wanted to be supportive to the students and to the whole community, and not just in person. She also did that on social media, which is very exceptional. The legacy that she's brought in her role as the Vice Chancellor is to help take us into this next phase after the startup, where we really find our footing and what our unique contribution is, both to the world of universities and to the region.
She is an extraordinary visionary, but she also has the ability to execute on that vision, which is a rare quality in my experience. She's also launched the first 2 master's programs at NYU Abu Dhabi. She launched Stern.
We all sort of agree that what has been accomplished from the beginning of 2010 to now is far beyond what we had hoped to achieve during that time. And the seeds that she's planted now are seeds like Stern at NYU Abu Dhabi, which is a total transformation how we are as an institution.
The most memorable conversations I've had over the years are with the students on my morning walks. I learned to love this country by walking everywhere, meeting people on the corniche, in the parks, talking to folks from all walks of life. I cherish these memories, and I'm so grateful for all the students who are willing to set that early alarm.
I think Mariët will be remembered as somebody who was deeply committed to the mission of the university, who is deeply committed to the role that we play in the UAE, in Abu Dhabi.
She has embedded us in the UAE in a new way as an anchor institution in society. We are in and of the UAE and in and of New York, and in many ways we have a responsibility to ensure that those values are embedded locally, but also in the work that we do.
Somebody who really led by living that example of leaning in and bringing everybody to the table. For me, what I have deeply appreciated and learning from her is how present she always is. She always gives you the gift of time. And I've seen that not just with me, but with colleagues, with students, with faculty, staff, community members, parents, that she's fully present. And I think those are goals that I definitely aspire for, and I think we'll all remember.
I feel that her capacity to really connect with, I would say, Abu Dhabi and the UAE in particular, is going to be sorely missed, I have to say.
She was not just a vice chancellor. She was a colleague, she was an educator, she was a mentor to so many people, and I'm sure she's going to be remembered that way.
She's a natural leader and a superb role model for women's leadership. She remains one of my heroes and inspirations in international higher education.
Mariët Westermann will never leave NYU Abu Dhabi. I mean, she's going off to serve the Guggenheim, which is so wonderful for the Guggenheim and for her. But Mariët Westermann will be at the essence of what NYU Abu Dhabi does throughout the generations.
I am just ever grateful for the faculty, the fellow leaders, the staff, and the thousands of students I've had the pleasure of interacting with along the way. They will stay with me. But as the sun sets on my chapter at NYU Abu Dhabi, I'm just so delighted that the sun is rising just down the street over the Guggenheim Abu Dhabi. And I think that gives me hope for the many partnerships that I hope to develop between our institutions in the years to come. You haven't seen the last of me yet.
Honored guests, we are about to start the 2024 commencement exercises of New York University, Abu Dhabi. Honored guests and graduates, please welcome New York University Abu Dhabi's Colour Guard, led by the class of 2024 student banner bearer. Honored guests and graduates, please welcome the Abu Dhabi Police Band. Honored guests and graduates, please stand for the national anthems of the United Arab Emirates and the United States of America. Honored guests and graduates, the Provost of New York University, Abu Dhabi, Arlie.
Here now, in the presence of candidates of academic recognition, Your Royal Highnesses and Excellencies, members of the faculty and administration, alumni, trustees, honored guests, and friends of New York University, Abu Dhabi. The 2024 commencement is hereby convened.
Honored guests and graduates, please welcome Humaid Abdulla Aljailani, member of the class of 2024.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إنه اليوم عظيم أن نجتمع على هذه الأرض الطيبة المعطاء دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة لنحتفل معا بتخرجنا من هذا الصرح العظيم التي أصبحت صرح ينجلي نورها كنبراس للتميز. والدي أولياء الأمور والحضور الكريم، أود أن أشارككم فرحتكم بهذه الكلمات البسيطة في هذا العام الفريد، عام الاستدامة في دولة الإمارات. إن بداية الغابة نبتة وأنتم زرعها الطيب بما لديكم من معرفة وبما ستسخرونه للأجيال من علم قيم وبما لديكم من إمكانيات ستنقلونها للعالم أجمع وليس فقط في دولتي الحبيبة. وهذه قناعة شخصية بأننا فارقين عن غيرنا، وأؤكد لكم أن ما زرعتموه من ثمار أصبح يانعا وهذا هو ثمركم وقطفكم اليوم أصبح فرحة لن يسبقها غير دموع الفرح بهذا النبت الطيب. يا مرحبا بكم وشكرا لحضوركم الكريم. Your Highnesses, esteemed parents and distinguished guests, it is with great joy that I welcome you to the 2024 graduation ceremony of New York University Abu Dhabi. To our visitors, I extend you a warm welcome to your second home here in Abu Dhabi. Your presence graces us truly. Many members of this class were unable to celebrate their graduation in 2020, and so I invite you to warmly applaud this class as we cherish this momentous occasion together. But there is something else that is special about this institution that I welcome you to celebrate. Every year, over 4 million students graduate university. What makes the 0.0001% of students any special? A lot, but most importantly, a simple, universal, self-evident truth that this class exemplifies. All individuals are created equal, yet differently. And despite an abundance of differences, we confronted difficult conversations, we forged unity, and we upheld respect for each other's humanity. This is a mission-driven success story that I implore my fellow classmates to carry the torch of forwards. Our success stories will share a common root of being NYUAD mission carriers who decided that their greatest adventure was not in merely seeking new lands. Instead, their greatest adventure was in seeing with new eyes. And so today marks not an end, but a bright beginning that will have its own challenges and needs. And as we step into a world full of possibilities, the best way to predict the future is to create it, even if it's only an hour before it's due. Once again, I welcome this class and our guests to celebrate all that was cultivated despite the adversity. For a torch is useless without darkness, as is strength without adversity. Before I end, I'd like to take a moment to extend on behalf of myself and my class a thank you to a figure who is instrumental to our success. Throughout history, there are figures whose characters are beyond the ordinary, whose deeds and visions illuminate the path for generations to come. His wisdom and his generosity teaches us that the pursuit of excellence and goodness is an eternal pursuit, without beginning and without end. He is our guiding light, our steadfast North Star, illuminating the horizon of our aspirations. His leadership teaches us immense lessons of reaching beyond the limits of our potential. 1,000,001 thank yous will never be enough. And for His Highness, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Ra'ah Allah, and for His Highness, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Ra'ah Allah, we remain eternally grateful. And to my dear class, I am sure that from here on, it's only onwards and upwards. Thank you, everyone.
Honored guests and graduates, the chairman of New York University Board of Trustees, Evan Chesler.
Hello, class of 2024. As the chair of NYU's Board of Trustees, a proud two-time alumnus, and a scholarship recipient, it is my privilege to welcome you to NYU Abu Dhabi's commencement ceremony. I want to welcome distinguished guests, NYU leadership, colleagues, family, and friends. We also have with us our esteemed speaker, Ouided Bouchamaoui, a remarkable leader who played a critical part as a member of the Tunisian National Dialogue Quartet, which was instrumental in Tunisia's democracy, her democratic transition, and was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2015. It is personally an honor for me to be here today. I have been thinking about my own time at NYU so many, many years ago. I was a history major, and I remember the courses that opened my eyes to the world around us, the professors who encouraged me to ask big questions, classmates from different places who caused me to embrace difference. All of these things gave me a life that took me to places, to meet people, and to do things I would never have seen, met, or done without my NYU education. And so today, we celebrate you, the class of 2024. You have completed a rigorous course of study at a leading global research university. You are ready to go places, to meet people, and to do things for which your NYU education has prepared you. You carry with you the pride of the trustees, the faculty, your fellow classmates, and the entire university. And I know you carry the pride of your families, without whose help and encouragement you would not have reached this moment. Today, you will join over 650,000 alumni around the world. As you start your journey, I ask that you remember us. Remember your time at NYU. I can say from experience that your ties to your university will be meaningful in the years ahead. Congratulations to the class of 2024.
We now present a special tribute to the class of 2024, a commencement video featuring our graduating students.
How would I sum up my last 4 years?
Hi.
Ni hao.
Hello. I am a freshman from Ghana.
The highlight of my first week at NYUAD
is the profound support that I got from the faculty and staff.
From day one, which is just absolutely incredible.
I feel like I've grown a lot. So if you want to compare my freshman year to my senior year, Hamdan, oh my God, it's been like a huge incline, I think, in a way.
I had lived abroad for many years. So yes, the UAE is my home. And yes, I came back to study back in my home. But the environment that NYU Abu Dhabi gave to me is something more than what home is.
What NYUAD has done is it's allowed me to become friends and family with so many people from different nationalities, different cultures.
I mean, they came from so many different backgrounds and experiences. They had so many stories to share, which in turn even pushed me to go out of my comfort zone and try out brand new things.
It really opened my eyes towards a lot of things I wasn't able to learn throughout my life, and especially in high school.
The community here is so unique in that you get to see your professors at the gym, play basketball with them, but then also interact with them in the classroom. And I've really enjoyed kind of that academic environment that's also a super fun environment.
I learned a lot of skills that helped shape me into the person that I am today, and also helped me to become the researcher that I'm aspiring to be.
When I came here, I realized that my uniqueness lied in simply like being myself and being from Italy and being so proud of my origin.
I'm so much more adventurous, explorative, and I'm so much more inquisitive than how I came in here for the first time, and I love that about myself.
It was through these 4 years that I was able to learn about who I am as an Emirati and who I am as a global leader.
I feel like I'm becoming more cognizant of the things that are happening around the world, and it has helped me become a better, more informed, and more engaged person.
my most memorable experience at NYU Abu Dhabi was definitely when I was released from my first quarantine at my first semester on campus. It was the first time I was seeing anyone in 14 days at the time. And it was super, super nice to see some of my classmates in person, albeit we were masked.
We recently had an event labeled Holy. I've had one of the best and most random, most craziest experiences in that event. Showed up with a white kandura, got colored all over me, left with the colored kandura that now I have hung up in my room.
My most memorable experience was being a RealAD leader and helping out with Marhaba for the class of 2027.
It felt nice having that platform or that stage to sort of welcome someone into a place that I've called home for a long time.
Every Ramadan, my friends would invite me over for Sehri and Iftar, and we would all cook together. It was a lot of chaos, but it is my most memorable experience at NYU Abu Dhabi.
The volleyball game I played in against Sorbonne University last semester. I will never forget the huge amount of people that came to the game to support us.
I will never forget the incredible educators, thinkers, artists that have shared their knowledge with me over the time that I've spent on this campus.
I will never forget the year I spent in New York as part of my program, where I got to experience so many new things, getting to know new people and getting to be part of a bigger community in chemistry.
I'll never forget all the fun times I've had with everyone here and all the laughs and all the cries and everything in between.
I'm trying not to be cliche, but I'm really gonna miss the people. I'm gonna miss all of my friends and just feeling loved every time. Feeling loved wherever I walk and in any hallway. And yeah, that's gonna make me cry.
I'm gonna miss the small interactions I have with the people in this community. The good mornings, the highs, the how are yous, the thank yous.
Every time after our touch rugby practice, we would all come to D2 and have a team dinner together, grabbing a meal and having a laugh or talking about things, just de-stressing from all the work and all the academic things. This was just a wholesome experience.
I'm gonna miss out of just working at 2 a.m. in front of the library and just meeting other friends who's actually going through the same suffering that I'm going through.
I don't think first year at Moyo would have thought that I would have done all of these wonderful things, and I just know that I have to just continue believing in myself and following my passions.
I came here very scared, very unsure, having never been by myself for more than a month, and I'm leaving as a strong, confident woman who is a little less sure of what she wants to do in the future, but definitely a little more sure of how to present herself, how to speak to people, and just ready for more.
Never thought this day was going to happen, but we made it.
As we're graduating today, I'd like us to take a moment to reflect on our beautiful journeys we've had here at NYU Abu Dhabi.
Here's to us, to our achievements, our dreams, and the incredible journey ahead.
2024, we made it.
Khalasna, we did it.
I'm so proud of you.
Congratulations, guys. We made it.
Congratulations. A little hard. Congratulations.
Or as they say in my language, Fairoli.
毕业快乐.
مبروك عليكم التخرج وكل التوفيق في المستقبل.
Ce l'abbiamo fatta, we did it.
आप सबको बहुत-बहुत मुबारकबाद ग्रेजुएट होने पे.
दीक्षित भएकोमा धेरै-धेरै बधाई छ.
Muchas felicidades.
Ura, felicitări, promoția 2024.
Big up on yourself. 祝你前程似锦，未来可期。爱你们。
Class of 2024, 축하해.
مبروك عليكم وعلينا.
Masalama class of 2024, we did it.
Mabruk, I love you.
Congrats, everybody, and ma'as-salama.
Honored guests and graduates, please welcome Stefan Mitikj, member of the class of 2024.
Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, esteemed guests, NYU and NYU Abu Dhabi leadership, faculty, staff, families, friends, and my dearest class of 2024. Let me begin by acknowledging this incredible journey we've undertaken together. 4 years ago, we embarked on an adventure at this one-of-a-kind institution, and now, 180 degrees later, we stand here at the threshold of a new chapter in our lives. Our collective experience started with significant travel restrictions and continued with historic events that have profoundly influenced and shaped us as individuals. From the onset of a global pandemic to confronting issues of racial discrimination, conflicts around the world, and the looming threat of climate change, we have navigated through turbulent waters together. These experiences have tested our resilience and strengthened our resolve, defining us as the class that perseveres in the face of adversity. We gather today at a crossroads, standing at this pivotal moment, poised to graduate as the 11th class of New York University, Abu Dhabi. Today, I am reminded of the remarkable determination that defines us. Our time here has been a testament to the vision of this institution, a vision that transcends borders and encourages us to be students of a world without boundaries. To the dedicated faculty, staff, and administration of NYUAD, I express my heartfelt appreciation for your commitment to our education and our well-being. Your guidance and support have shaped us and prepared us for the journey ahead. To the leadership of the UAE, thank you for your generosity in making these 4 years possible. You have transformed our lives and prepared us to make a difference here and around the world. To my family, Mama, Tato, Theo, whose love and support has been my anchor and lighthouse throughout this journey, I am forever grateful. Your unwavering presence has provided me with the strength and stability in a sea of change, and I carry your values with me as I start the next chapter of my life. The future is for the bold, NYU likes to say. This class has demonstrated time and again that slogans such as this one are more than just buzzwords. They're deeply rooted in reality. Acing a final paper that took too long to write, coordinating large-scale community events, publishing research, launching international projects, we have proven our boldness in countless ways. I grant the class this space and see some of the most talented and dedicated future lawyers, engineers, writers, musicians, researchers, you name it. And yet, as I say this, many of you might be thinking, you're not one of them. But of course, we all experience self-doubt at times. You know that feeling when you open LinkedIn and see another "I'm excited to announce" post. Yet, despite each of our unique challenges, self-doubt can drive success in many forms. Our interactions on this campus and beyond, where we nurture and support each other's growth, make this all possible. My friends, as we reflect on our time here, let us not only celebrate our academic and professional achievements, but also acknowledge the profound impact we have had on each other. From making birthday surprises in times of pending assignment deadlines, planning fall and spring break activities to the furthest corners of the globe, to engaging in deep discussions about life until the sunrise under the swaying palms, these are the moments that have shaped and that have woven the fabric of our shared experience at NYUAD. And now, as we go our separate ways and embark on our individual journeys, I encourage you to remember what this liberal arts institution taught us: the importance of the collective and the combined power of togetherness. Graduating becomes an opportunity for all of us to create a society guided by kindness, supported by courage, strengthened by resilience, and bound by everlasting care for one another. This is the mission of our generation. My class of 2024, you have enriched my life in ways that I cannot fully express. Thank you for affirming the meaning of love, the pursuit of excellence, and community. May your paths be as diverse as our backgrounds, as rich as our experiences, and as extraordinary as the bonds we forged. May our futures be as bright as the desert sun that has lit our path these past 4 years. From the bottom of my heart, congratulations and thank you.
Honored guests and graduates, the Vice Chancellor of New York University Abu Dhabi, Mariët Westermann.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, families and parents and siblings, distinguished guests, faculty and staff, and of course, NYU Abu Dhabi class of 2024. Graduating students, first things first. Let us all thank you, your families and teachers. Thank your families and teachers who are here and far beyond this room, who helped you get here. I thank them with you. Thank you, families. Thank you, families. Thank you, parents and guardians, for entrusting these magnificent young people to us and letting us guide and follow them on their magnificent paths from often late adolescence into the magnificent, purposeful, and passionate adults that we have seen them become. Thank you. Beloved class of 2024, I am graduating with you. It has been the honor of a lifetime to have served as the Vice Chancellor of NYUAD. And I want to say it's been a special joy to me to have been with you, this particular class, throughout your time here. That's because in April 2020, when COVID had hit the world, my greatest concern among many was for your class, the class of 2024, because it was clear by the end of the spring that we could not have all of our students on campus in the fall. And so we needed to prioritize the academic progress of our students who were then enrolled. And you were the one class, the one and only class we had to ask to stay home. So I worried about the message that that decision would send to you, and send to you just at this vulnerable time when you were finishing high school remotely, without your friends for the most part. And we had an outstanding plan for our education and our community online, but of course it was paltry compared to our electrifying campus you're witnessing today. So I feared that you wouldn't come, or you might drop out after a few months, or worst of all, you would fail to bond across your beautiful diversity online. I was wrong on every count. You found each other quickly, you found your professors quickly online, and then by January 2021, you were invading our campus. You tore into our lives with impatience to have a normal student life. It seemed a little thing to ask. Sometimes you were a little bit too impatient, but I think on the whole, you did great getting that university experience across these 4 years. And thanks to you, I want to say, we on our campus, we haven't been the same since you arrived. That is because time and again, these past years, you've impressed me, you've impressed your professors, our staff, and our wide community of NYU Abu Dhabi and the UAE, and NYU. You've impressed us with your learning, your academic credentials, your distinguished scholarships. But above all that, you've moved us. You've moved us with the 3 C's that make life worth living. The 3 C's of creativity, commitment, and care. Stefan already mentioned it. Care defines you. Your creativity is always on display, from your climate change interventions across COP28 to your rooftop rhythms rocking this very building. Your commitment shines through your work every day. It shines through your work and passion to make change where it's needed, good change, through your diplomatic initiatives and your many, many, many community projects you asked us to fund and help you with. They were magnificent. But the most human of the 3 C's is care. Caring for people and all living creatures, and for the one planet that we all need to share. And we've seen you care in space. We've seen you care for each other and for our whole community with empathy and with action, whether it is for children with special needs or for our beloved, somewhat spoiled campus cats. Well done. Now, NYU Abu Dhabi fosters creativity, commitment, and care in a very special way. We do it by deploying the great diversity of our learning community that you've seen on that beautiful video, and you see when you see our students walk the stage in a minute. And the ethos of the UAE, this country where people from 195 countries live together in peace, actually propels that mission of ours. At NYUAD, we know that our differences, our human differences, are both beautiful and interesting and sometimes challenging. And we draw on these differences to learn to see the world from many different perspectives, and that's a skill so greatly needed. It can be hard work, but it helps us all handle the work a little better. The world and the work a little better. And that's true for all of us on the faculty and in the leadership and administration, just as it is for your class. Now, not so far from here, in Iraq, once stood a school that was built on a great diversity of ideas and people. It's from long ago. It was an ancient academy that inspired us when we began to imagine NYUAD all these years ago, and I believe it still offers an important lesson for today. It was built in the 8th century by the caliphs of Baghdad, and it is known as Al-Bayt al-Hikmah, the House of Wisdom. And Bayt al-Hikmah was a huge library of all the knowledge available from the ancient Mediterranean and West Asia. It was much more than a building. We don't even know what it looked like. It was instead a massive project to translate into Arabic treasures of other cultures, from Greek philosophy, mathematics, and science, to Roman rhetoric and law, and to the literature and medicine of Persia. And these translators who worked away for 3 centuries on this didn't just collect and gather these texts. They annotated and they studied and they synthesized them. And they organized them magnificently into systems of knowledge that made sense for their world. And so they didn't just freeze these ideas from other cultures in amber to look at and to read. They used them as rushing fountains of knowledge that was relevant for their time. And one of the most famous of these scholars you may have heard about, it was Ibn Sina, called Avicenna in the West. And I mention him because he reminds me of you, class of 2024, in the following ways. He was simply one of the most curious people who ever lived, and he used that curiosity creatively. He was a native Persian speaker from today's Uzbekistan, mastered Arabic in childhood, and then traveled to Bukhara and far beyond, all around Central Asia and to Baghdad. He wrote books for many rulers who loved him for his philosophy, his mathematics, and his science. They loved him for his poetry and his music theory. They loved him perhaps above all for his encyclopedic knowledge of medicine and healing. Like you, he was into everything. He was into everything that was both interesting and useful in the world. And like you, he took his knowledge wherever he traveled. And it is by scholars like that, like Ibn Sina, that the huge intercultural storehouse of knowledge of the House of Wisdom traveled to Cairo, to Andalusia, to Delhi, and far beyond. The House of Wisdom radiated out a set of learning practices, habits of thinking that preserved knowledge so that it could be transformed for the present. Does that sound familiar to you? NYU Abu Dhabi, like the House of Wisdom, is in one sense a place, a gorgeous, gorgeous campus we're so grateful for, with a grand library right above us at the top of this building. And the place is grounded in this dynamic and beautiful crossroads of Abu Dhabi. But it is at the same time an idea, a mobile learning community. It is an open attitude to learning from others that you will spread with you wherever you go. And indeed, much of what you learned here was driven in the first place by your beautiful curiosity, your desire to seek truth and to know. But you also took this knowledge and made it count and work in the world, whether you were inventing a new medical technology or making new art out of Emirati heritage. So what you learned here, I think, was how to learn something new out of something old, how to know what it is you know and what you don't, and especially how to use your learning for a larger good, a good larger than any one of us. Please, we ask you now, make the most of that knowledge as you go forth from this great House of Wisdom. Class of 2024, the world awaits your brilliance, your energy, and it awaits your heart. The world awaits you, and you are ready for it. So please, on behalf of all of us, I ask you, make it a better place. Class of 2024, beloved class of 2024, congratulations.
Honored guests and graduates, our keynote speaker, Ouided Bouchamaoui, Nobel Prize laureate and professor of practice of diplomacy and conflict resolution at NYU Abu Dhabi. She is recognized for promoting peace, stability, and economic development. Recently awarded an honorary degree by NYU, she continues to inspire with her dedication to dialogue and reconciliation. Please welcome Nobel laureate Ouided Bouchamaoui.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. مرحبا وأهلا وسهلا بكل ضيوفنا الأعزاء وبكل من وجد معنا اليوم. شكرا لكم، شكرا للإمارات العربية المتحدة، شكرا لضيافتكم، شكرا لحسن استقبالكم لنا جميعا. Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, faculty members, proud parents, families, friends, good afternoon. And the outstanding NYU Abu Dhabi class of 2022, congratulations. Today, as we celebrate your achievement after years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance, you are at the dawn of a new phase of your life. Commencement Day marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of another, a chapter filled with endless possibilities, boundless opportunities, and exciting adventures. To the graduates, I offer my warmest congratulations. يسعدني ويشرفني أن أتقدم بهذه المناسبة السعيدة بأحر التهاني لكل خريجي دفعة 2024. You have met every challenge with unwavering determination, and it's with great pride and admiration that I look out over this sea of bright, hopeful faces. As we celebrate this milestone, let us not forget those who have supported you along the way. You owe deep gratitude to the parents, families, and mentors who have stood by you, offering advice, encouragement, and unconditional love. Their constant support has been the cornerstone of your achievement, and we thank them from the bottom of our hearts. It's an honor for me to address new graduates full of hope, empowered by knowledge, and driven by ambition, young people who are thinking of how to make this world a better place. Today, I would like to tell you the story of a young girl who was once quite shy, but very observant. Observation is one of the best ways of learning, growing, and flying high. Long before graduation, she followed her father everywhere and learned a lot from him. She learned that life comes with challenges, that she should never give up, that everything is possible, and that where there is a will, there is a way, no matter what. That hard work and determination added to knowledge are keys to success and happiness. You must have already guessed that the young girl was me, yes. I was born in Gabes, an oasis in southern Tunisia. I was fortunate that my loving and supportive parents raised us in a strong, stable environment. My mom, she's a brave woman. I wish her speedy recovery, as she's having right now, a surgery in Tunisia. That's why I'm very so. I'm so sorry. My late father symbolizes achievement through service, giving so much to his country from nothing. He has always been my leading light throughout my studies and social evolution. After graduation, I was eager to start the rest of my life's journey, just like you are about to do now, and to apply my knowledge in the field. I did several internships in different local and international institutions before I joined my father's company, where I started from scratch. With his brown-eyed, hard gaze, he assigned me lots of basic work, like answering calls and filling out forms. I enjoyed everything I did, as I learned from every little task. Experience is like a huge puzzle that you must put together inch by inch. In 2011, I was the first woman in the Arab world to be elected president of the Tunisian Confederation for Industry, Commerce, and Handicrafts, one of the 4 organizations that initiated the Tunisian National Dialogue as a quartet. Let me take a moment to tell you about the dialogue. Led by the quartet that was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2015. The dialogue aimed to elevate Tunisian values and steer the nation from stagnation. Following a difficult period for Tunisia, beginning in January 2011, the quartet consisting of the Tunisian Corporation for Industry, Commerce and Handicraft, the Workers' Union, the National Order of Lawyers, and the Tunisian Human Rights League worked together to foster unity and national progress. The success of the dialogue, which brought together diverse political and social forces, was rooted in the ability to navigate and to rejuvenate institutions and methods, and a shared commitment to citizenship, pushing aside personal pursuits for the collective good. The consensus building process, though challenging, proved effective, enabling Tunisia to navigate conflicts through dialogue and compromise. The Tunisian National Dialogue demonstrated that the power of genuine engagement, leading to be informed decision and a strong relationship. It demonstrated that dialogue could reconcile diverse views. We laid the foundation, and we look to the young generation like you to continue this work. As you step out of NYU Abu Dhabi, you should observe 4 pillars to success. First one, discipline and autoregulation. These are the keys to success throughout your career. Sticking to the big picture is that deep feeling about what you want to be or achieve. Never give up. Keep your eyes on the big picture and strive to make it happen. Never stop aspiring to improve. I studied at Harvard Kennedy School at age 60 because I still wanted to learn more, and we never stop learning. Never think that getting a diploma means you know it all. Knowledge is a big river. Maintaining a high level of commitment. Success is not possible without commitment. Commitment, like discipline, is what makes you a trustworthy person. Respect people, time, and deadlines, and always keep your promise. Never commit to things you cannot do it. Last but not least, respecting ethics. Money isn't everything in life, even if that's what it looks like on social media. Good morals earn you respect and trust. Be good, be humble, and be fair. As a women leader, I have a special message for our graduating women. It took a lot of hard work for me, particularly as a woman, to climb the ladder of success without getting discouraged. One needs to stay motivated, especially during hard times. I've overcome many of the obstacles that prevent women from reaching their full potential and advancing to the highest levels. Women all over the world aspire to take control of their careers and make a difference, not only for themselves, but also for all women. You should always consider yourself equal to your male colleagues, and never stop to support other women as they strive to lead, so we can succeed together. Class of 2024, never in humanity's history have education and peace been more crucial. Together, we can avoid tragedies caused by underdevelopment, poverty, exclusion, unemployment, ignorance, social tensions, climate crisis, conflicts, wars, and terrorism are all daily reminders of why education and peace matter in our collective efforts to address those problems. Peace is the best tool. We do by promoting education, sports, culture, environment protection, and all values underlying living together. We need to learn how to live together, such as tolerance and accepting others, no matter how different they are in nationality, race, faith, or skin color. We must stand united against atrocity, ignorance, decadence, fear, and intimidation. Humanity can forever consecrate peace as a daily practice through knowledge and upholding the universal values of coming together, tolerance and freedom through art and culture, and helping each other up. In other words, we must educate future generations and think together how to live together, respecting each other and transcending our differences in culture, religion, origin, or other. We need to create bonds of friendship beyond our frontiers and be curious about other ways of life. History teaches us that humanity progressed wherever different cultures came together in contact with peaceful sharing of ideas and knowledge. Therefore, you and all of us must keep that flame burning. The clock is ticking, but we should have time to do something. The destinies of our countries are connected. Our future, your future, are one future. Let's bring the words solidarity and coexistence from bare concepts to real life. The future lies in the hands of the young generation, in your hands. With your NYU Abu Dhabi education, I'm very confident about the future in your hands. We trust you. Dear class of 2024, as a member of the Tunisian National Quartet, I wish you the very best now and always. The world awaits you, your brains, your creativity, and your boundless potential. Go forth and make your mark in the world. You can do it. A better world is possible. I will close with a quote from Maya Angelou. Success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. شكرا جزيلا لكم جميعا. إن شاء الله مبروك. كل سنة وأنتم طيبين. كما نقول في التونسي يعيشكم. ربي يعطيكم الوقت الطيب. إن شاء الله مستقبل زاهر. Thank you so much and congratulations for all of you. Thank you so much.
Honored guests and graduates, Provost Petters.
We now proceed to the formal conferral of degrees. In keeping with the tradition of New York University, we highlight this most important moment in our ceremony by passing of the New York University Abu Dhabi torch. In New York, the torch is a symbol of learning and is passed from a senior-most faculty member to the youngest degree recipient. Here at NYU Abu Dhabi, the torch will be passed from a member of this year's graduating class to a member of the graduating class of 2025. On the stage now, holding the university torch, is Fiza Hanif. As President Mills confers the degrees, the torch will be passed from Fiza Hanif, a member of the graduating class of 2024, to Shama Al-Kabi, a member of the class of 2025. May I ask all of the candidates for degrees to now rise for the conferring of degrees in course by President Mills.
Members of the class of 2024, through your successful efforts as certified by the recommendations of your Vice Chancellor, you deserve to receive this hallmark of New York University. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees, I admit you to the degrees and certificates for which you have been recommended. It's official. You are NYU Abu Dhabi graduates.
Honored guests and graduates, we now present a video of the cast of the New York University Abu Dhabi RealAD show performing Feel It Happening.
This could be the moment if we only let it. The experiences, the memories, don't let me forget it. We're gonna keep on learning. We're gonna keep on changing. Our lives will keep on rearranging. I'm not yet who I'm gonna be. Looking for the light. Follow the signs. We'll take our time. Living out the journey. So much ahead of you and me. Can't you feel it happening? Feel the hope in what could be. Feel the hope in what could be. Right now is all we need. All we need. We can find solutions to the biggest problems. Less energy, collective energy. We work until we solve them. Keep on asking, we're gonna keep on grasping, so we can build something lasting. We're not yet who we're gonna be, so much ahead of you and me. Can't you feel it happening? Feel the hope in what could be, feel the hope in what could be. Right now is all we need, all
Honored guests and graduates, this concludes the 2024 commencement exercises of New York University, Abu Dhabi. Degree candidates and guests are asked to remain at their seats until the procession has left the hall.